Hello everybody and welcome back to Hollow Knight. This is Lindor Gaming speaking to you today, and I figured that we'd go ahead and hop right into the game. And, well, last time we had played, we had left off with a pretty sour note of me dying. And I'm sorry for all the sniffles in the background. That would purely be because I am kind of stuffy today, but that will not affect my gameplay at all. It will just cause a bit of a minor inconvenience every now and then of me needing to blow my nose. I will be muting my mic whenever I do that so that you guys don't have to hear the nastiness. But I figured today we'd go ahead and jump right in with reattempting that boss fight that had left such a sour taste in my mouth. Hopefully this time we can come out on top. And I had to rebind my keys. That's already a mess up. Oh well, happens to the best of us. But I had to rebind my keys because the original key bindings, which were just the arrow keys and WASD, well, not even WASD, it was like ZXC and everything for the movement controls, and then the arrow keys. I just did not care for everything being that close, so I figured we'll go ahead and try again, but this time with better key bindings. And so far on my other file, it seemed to serve quite wonders for me if I could, you know, play properly and not just keep throwing. But I do hope. Okay, there we go. I hope you guys enjoy this episode though, and hopefully the first bit of it isn't just me losing and losing and losing. I'm gonna have to lower a bit of my video stats, but I'm sure that we'll get past this. I was thinking we could take a look at one of the other areas of the game, possibly, or do more exploring in the Forgotten Crossroads. I haven't quite decided yet, but hopefully either one that we choose works out in our favor. Because I know for sure right now, this one isn't quite looking good. And I thank you guys for all the support you gave on my last video. Oh my gosh. It actually took me by storm because I didn't expect to do that good on my first try, to be honest, but surprisingly I did. And I figured if you guys would want to, I plan on starting, like, I'm gonna start streaming some Borderlands 2, but it'll be like a one life run, which in particular is just you start a new save file, turn off your ranking points, and then just start the game. And obviously you have to clear the entire game just with one life. Also, I got a few questions on what the 112% was. All it is just fully clearing the game, like beating all the bosses, getting all the upgrades you can, whether it's for your sword or your soul abilities. But either way, I want to be able to show as much content as I can to you guys, so I figured going for 112% would do just that. I'm probably gonna go a bit quiet in this boss fight to try and focus in a bit, which doesn't quite seem to be working. And And I know a few of you guys could be pointing out how I could be healing in the middle of this combat. But some of the fights, like the Brooding Moloch, which we just killed, I would prefer not to heal mid-combat, because it leaves you too open for an extra attack to come your way that you can't really parry or counter at all. So, that's just my personal preference. And I also got a few questions about, exploring a bit more, so I figured, well, we'll do a bit more of that this time through, rather than just speeding through almost everything. Kinda how I was. But, okay. That is kind of worrying for me, but I won't let it stop me. Hopefully I just run into something that can just give me easy, soul. This is not one of those things. Never mind, I guess it is. Normally those gives me a lot of trouble. But, so, I hope everyone that is watching this is staying safe. I've heard a lot about the COVID numbers have been rising recently, so I just hope you guys are out there staying safe, not catching any colds or anything, because the last thing I'd want is for my viewers to be getting sick. So, but I also hope you guys are just overall having an amazing time. Oh, guess we'd have to get a dash for that one to get up there. But I just overall hope you guys are all in good health. Hope you guys are just doing perfectly fine. And if you have animals, I hope they're doing perfectly fine as well, because the weather's been pretty temperamental recently, and it's been going from hot to cold, cold to hot, in the matter of just days. Like, normally, weather's, well, at least it is around where I live. But just hoping everyone's staying warm, staying cooled off, depending on where you're living. But I just hope y'all are having a good time. So, as you guys might see already, this is a location we had already been. But we're just going back through, retracing our steps, making sure that we can look through everything real fast. As you can see, I'm skipping some of the geo depots, because I personally don't see the need of needing to farm for the geo right now, because we're not making any big expenses. So, and plus just by fighting bosses, fighting fighting enemies along the way, we'll get the money. So this is an elevator. It will lead us down to the City of Tears. But so far it's going pretty good in the run. I mean, we're not really struggling too much. I mean, yeah, that boss did give us some issue, but not too much. I figured we'd just run on over here, though. Go ahead and fight another boss, which is a rather easy one. If I could time my ideals right. But oh my gosh. But as I said, easy boss. I know I kind of sucked at it, but it's more of just a way to open up more passages. And then I think after this, I'd say we should go ahead and what is it? Go look through all the extra like locations, see if we can make it to that extra new area, which I'm sure we can. Looks like we can only get up there by by having some sort of dash as well, or some sort of way to climb, whichever one comes first.
Title. Oh, whoop-oh.
Same thing goes for how it did last episode. During dialogue, I will be quiet, because I will read it mentally, but I don't really like to read out loud, so I figured I'd let you guys read it as well. That way, you're also not tied to, oh, well, he's going too fast or he's going too slow, so that we can get more gameplay in the way. And so, keeping dialogue on the screen for about 4 or 5 seconds gives you guys the time needed to go ahead and pause, or at least I hope it does, or just go ahead and read it. Alright, sorry about that. Just, someone needed to come talk to me, so I figured I'd go ahead and just mute my mic so that they could. Alright, I'm not really liking the area that I'm in with how many Aspid mothers there were. Actually, let's go ahead and explore this area because it could go ahead and help out a lot. Just knowing the surroundings. Oh, that's nice. They left a little spot so that if, you know, door with an open slot. Okay. But, so, like, say we did fall or anything, then, or if we were just exploring, that we could just go ahead and get right back up. Oh no, I'm missing my platforms. But, I'm just, all in all, hoping that we can make it to the area that I'm hoping we can. But if not, that's also fine. Alright, I am... You know what, I'm not even... That I'm more impressed with than anything, because that's like... Not getting hit at all there and just falling straight through the spikes, that... I don't know if that's just pure skill or luck. I'm just gonna go straight with luck. Because chances of me getting hit there were actually very high. But, where to next? I don't feel confident in my abilities to go through there. We're seeing a bit new enemies, which just I'm assuming they're using a like one of their shields or just an old husk that they had, either from themselves or from a fallen friend or something along those lines. Either way, I don't see the issue because it's saving them. Looks like this is a little mine shaft down here. But, as I've stated before though, I have played this game before, but some of it I am a bit rusty on. Alright, seems like we have an NPC that's just enjoying life to the fullest down here. Oh, this is just a way to gain soul over here. Let's go ahead and go all the way up so that we can see. Is there anything over here? Nope. Alrighty. What about over here? Some crumbly rocks. Ah, yes, my favorite rocks, the crumbly kind. I like to pour some milk on the crumbly rocks and just, you know, start eating. to me, sounds like a fun idea. Sounds like a fun Friday night activity. But there's the mineshaft explored. Let's go ahead and head up here, see what lies beneath. Or I guess lies beyond. Alright. Oh. I don't know if you guys heard it, but there's a grub behind this guy. I barely heard his... Oh, yeah, you hit hard. I barely heard his sound cue before the combat started. But, sweet. I think we've rescued majority, if not all, the grubs that are, what is it, in the Forgotten Crossroads. But I'm not entirely sure. I guess the only way to find out is just to continue exploring. But I do believe we have explored the majority of the Forgotten Crossroads, except for this one area. Which... Oh, Temple of the Black Egg. My memory is a bit blurry on this part. I'm not entirely sure if that has anything... Like, I'm assuming it does, since it's a temple of some sort, but it doesn't seem like it has... will have too much significance upon the story. But also, I figured I'd share this bit of information. Every, like, last video I know, I tried to, like, hit through the rocks. That's because some enemies are small enough or close enough through the ground where you can just strike through and actually hit them, or as I tried to do just like a second ago, I tried to volley off of one through a rock. Obviously, it didn't work out, but that's fine. Looks like this is where all the grubs go whenever I save them. Oh. He gives rewards. Now the question is, does he just give Geo? I mean, I know these questions could easily be solved just by Google or any sort of wiki page, but I'd rather just have my memory refresh on its own, rather than having some extra, like, outside source just remind it. Alright. Looks like we're going up against one of those armadillo guys again. Oh, I thought I was under him. Or, over him, sorry. But, nope. There we go. The armadillo, as I'm gonna call him now, because apparently I can't say the correct word properly. I can't say armadillo. Point being proven. But, remember their mechanic is just, you get too close, they roll up into a ball, and we have now entered into Greenpath. I want to try to find a bench somewhere nearby. Oh, little shrub boy. Sorry, shrub boy. These guys' gimmick is not only when they die they explode, but whenever you're fighting them, that is their main attack as well, is they'll just explode into a big puff cloud. Oh, didn't know he landed on that platform. But yeah, my main goal here would be... Oh. And the gimmick of this enemy is, whenever you stand on them, it's quite hard to spot them. Sometimes, like in this area, I wouldn't have guessed to spot them. But you can just see them whenever you stand on them. They will jump up and try to eat you. I guess, think of a Venus flytrap. There we go. Alright. I say let's get going. Let's explore more of Greenpath. Hopefully we can find Cornifer so we can get a note. Or, not a note, but a map. Look at that. That is Hornet, is her name, and I'm assuming. Well, we will be fighting her soon. But she's not too hard of a boss, but I also said that about the Brooding Moloch, of which then took me a few tries. So I wouldn't quite believe what I say sometimes. Alright. I don't want to really deal with those enemies, because they just do nothing but annoy me. Oh. As I just demonstrated, with these little platforms above me, let me see if I can find one. Here, if something is under it, like right there, if I could have gotten there in time, I could have just trapped that man under one of them, but I was not able to. I hear your little hummy boy. Alright. Let's go ahead and buy a map. I'm gonna assume, we already went through the top portion, so I'm going to say we're on that, like, long block area. If I'd have to say we're anywhere. Oh, okay. Apparently I woke up today and said it'd be fun to jump into spikes. Let's go ahead and unlock a small little shortcut here, and let's continue on with our adventure. Oh, little shrubby boy. And hopefully I can line this up to where both of them are under it. There we go. And as you may have figured, we don't get any geo from monsters or creatures killed underneath the cinder block. Is this a fight? No? I guess not. The hunter. Seems like we just got a hunter's journal, which I guess are along the lines of like the wanderer's journal that we can find every now and then. Excuse me. Oh, we have some enemies in there already. Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that, everybody. Looks like it even has like little bits of like information on the right side that's saying like defeat X more to unlock more. Well, unlock the entire notes on it. Oh. Very interesting. The armadillos are called balders. Nice. I think I said that last episode, but I couldn't remember. So, I guess your guys is welcome if you had forgotten. But hopefully we can get to the boss fight to fight Hornet in time before I have to call the video. But I'm sure we can. I prefer we do not ask about the logic of how that is just floating on acid, but if you guys want to, I guess go for it. I won't have an answer though. Alright. I fell down a hole. What's this way? Oh, it's a bench. Sweet. It's very peaceful here, though. Alright. Looks pretty nice. I say let's go out and adventure through here. Another shrubby boy. Alright, so the gimmick of these guys is if you get too close, they'll retract. So the only way to actually kill them is by using their own projectiles against them. Which I don't think we're going the right way, so I'd say let's go ahead and go find the way to Hornet first, and then we'll come back and explore this. Alright. Seems like if we just go ahead and down slash these guys, or up slash them, we seem to be perfectly fine. There's another Geo Depot that I'm just gonna skip over. Gonna go ahead and heal up the small bits of my health that I lost. Alright, so the gimmick behind that enemy is whenever... Oh, almost spawned on top of me. Is whenever you hit... Whenever they first appear, obviously they're a big moss oak thing. Not really oak, but just a big mossy creature. And... oh, okay then. Yes, a quick jump clip there. But all they do is just, whenever you hit them, they expand out, I guess, would be the correct terminology, but become a smaller form of the creature, of which actually, well, that we actually do damage to. Alright. So let's go ahead and continue on our path. Alright. Alrighty. Let's get on our way, shall we? Alright. So far we haven't had too many issues. Also, as I just demonstrated, I figured I'd let you guys know. You can do a volley hit. Can I get back up if I fall down there? I can, but I can't go anywhere, so I'm not gonna worry about that area right now. But you can volley off of something to gain more height for a jump of some sort. Ooh, okay. So he doesn't strike up, he just, as I expected he would. Alright, there is a new, enemy, and at the start of every episode, I believe we should go through the Hunter's Journal, so that we can either figure out all the deciphers we've gotten, or, anything along those lines. Give me 1 minute, everybody. Alrighty. Sorry for all the stops, it's just, I don't want you guys having to hear all the, like, snot and everything. But, alright. Looks like we're getting ready for another boss fight. Which... well, that was easy. And there's little man here. Little man's out. Maybe? Oh, yep, there we go. Let's see what he has to say. Alright, he doesn't seem too nice, so I'm not gonna really worry about him. I'm gonna assume that this, like, whenever, like, beta or something was in play, why that looks like the Forgotten Crossroads, because, well, that's exactly what that area was supposed to be in. Or it's just that this is a branch off of, you know, off the Forgotten Crossroads. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I feel bad for having to stop every now and then, but I just really don't want you guys to have to deal with me blowing snot in your ear. Alrighty then. Is this just an area to fight more of these things? Or is there, like, any significance to this area? So far I'm not seeing any, like, significance. Unless it's like a skip to avoid other enemies. Oh, our little grub friend. We gotta save him. Alright. There we go. We'll go ahead and heal before we release him. And I'm gonna continue on the way now. Oh, I don't like the sounds of that. Sounds like there's more of the mossy sword boys. Which there was. Alright. Let's go ahead and run through here real fast. Oh, whoops. Alright. So this will be our first semi-difficult boss battle. She gives time to realize what the attack is, but she does her attacks quite fast, so it is hard to counter. Kind of like her charge. Oh, so she'll stick to a wall as well. There we go. Knocked her down twice. Let's see if the boss roll of 3 hits applies for her as well. There we go. It does. Any more dialogue? Nope. Alright. What'd we get? Ooh. A cloak. So it's just a quick dash we got. Alright. Yeah, and I'm kind of blurry on my memory. But I think we'll leave finding the rest of that out for next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Hollow Knight. This was Lindor Gaming, and I hope you guys have a great day.